And welcome back to episode 12. This episode, I want to hopefully finish up our tank up here. I hopefully want to hook these up to our underground tunnel and maybe get that water fixed up here. And maybe, just maybe we can push up to a 100-day drought and then to go even further beyond. But I'm also thinking I could probably afford at this point. It's a lot of metal blocks, but I'll need to. But I've definitely been hurting when I run out of bad water during these very, very long droughts. So if I get this in, then not only can I have bad water all the time, I could even go up to the advanced breeding pods because I'll have extract all the time too. So we're gonna let the beavers build and see how it goes. It's about to be day 12 in this wet season, which means we could start getting our drought warning any time, but we're not even we started with water in the tank. We started with okay, there it is. We started with a lot of water in the tank, and we're not even full yet. So I'm really happy we're spending this episode to get these online. My beavers are kind of doing a little bit of a long haul here, so I want to dynamite this and then immediately replace it with platforms. So that, it looks like I need a double. Why? So that, now I can put a small industrial pile up here. That's going to have them a little bit of log storage. And why here? Because I think if I'm going to ever do a staircase, it will be from this point, and I will put the dynamite in so that I don't have to dynamite it down later. I think I'm going to dynamite basically, well, sort of this area around here. This tank is awkwardly shaped, which means it's going to have slightly higher evaporation than a perfectly square tank would be. So I think I want the tank that's going to be right here, outlined where exactly this path is going to be our final tank. So I want to dynamite this area down, so this area is going to be our final green space for our 100-day drought. Is sort of the plan. So I might as well just go ahead and start bringing that down to its final height right there. And are we getting filled up here? We're still at half a tile with a day and a half left. Let's see. How's our tunnel doing? All the way down here. There's got to be an easier way than pressing this button, but yeah, there is. It's Alt Shift Scroll. But anyway, so yeah, we're almost done over here, which is pretty good. So we'll definitely get this hooked up during this drought. They haven't even thought about this, but that's okay. Yeah, let's just watch this depth gauge here and be like, yeah, we are basically at the limits of our water generation capacity. So, I think, we're 100-day droughts tank-wise, but maybe not water generation-wise. So yeah, the tunnel was a great plan. I think we probably would have died if we tried to build an aqueduct that would have kept us going here. Oh, and let's actually make sure that you guys bother building that so that you can actually use it, There we go. Sure. Okay. I should probably get them working on this staircase too so that we can start working from two sides from that direction too. But let's see here. Yeah. See, again, last episode I was like, I'm not sure we totally filled up our reservoir. And now we definitely did not fill up our reservoir, which is really, really bad. Because, oh, well, it might have helped if I had turned off the number cruncher that was sucking up all our power. That might have helped too. Well, it's a 93-day drought. We did get very close to full, and we should be perfectly fine here. But yeah, you know what? I don't even need you. Why do I even have you around? I have 70k science. I could unlock everything. I'm pretty sure. Can I unlock everything? Even the 20k? I could probably just yeah, sure, fine. Let's just waste 20k science. I probably can. Ooh, that's kind of laggy. Ooh, maybe I don't want that. But obviously I can't afford 2,000 treated planks at this point. But yeah, so 92-day drought. Here we go. We're about 20% of the way through this drought. This is going to take all of the production of my metal, planks, my explosives, and my gears. The explosives are almost done actually, but the gears are going to have to be running for a long time. So they're going to be working on that for a while. But that's okay. I don't really need any of that stuff anywhere because this is already built. Good job. And I just need to fill in the levees, I think. Oh, there's a little bit of metal blocks for the overhangs, but our tunnels are all done, so that means we're very close to getting that hooked up, which is great. Again, hopefully we'll have it for this next wet season. And this also has been helpful. They're kind of distracted right now, but yeah, we're making good progress here. We're past halfway on the drought, and we're doing pretty good. This is getting in there. I realize I kind of have to turn this on and turn this off because otherwise they just bring like one gear at a time, which is very inefficient. But I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is this. So I've kind of built myself to a corner here in that I can't access this area without trapping my beavers. So what we're just going to do is we're going to unpause you. We're going to say we're going to do this corner thing. We're going to do the corner build, the forbidden corner building technique. We're going to build this up, and then we're going to demolish here, and then we're going to place in our fill valve here, and then we're going to build up here. And then hopefully there won't be too much, there shouldn't be too much extra evaporation. We still have plenty of, I mean, there's 30 days left, 37 days left, and 1, 2, 3, 4, like, is that 4? 5. Like I have 50 days of water in here, so I hope I don't, accidentally flood. That'd be really stupid if we actually accidentally flooded somehow over here. But we should be fine. So we're gonna finally get this, because we need this all set up in order to hook these up. Okay, this is now built to a height where we're not going to lose any water, which means we can come over here and say you go boom. No flooding. Very good. Please gather up, please gather up the logs, but now we can put in our fill valve. Put in our fill valve right there, and then we just get to stack the levees on top. And then once this is high enough, not quite sure exactly how high we want it. I do kind of realize I kind of built my spiral staircase a little bit off center, which is kind of silly. So I redid that with an overhang. If they ever feel like building it, I mean, I almost don't need it at this point. They've already reached this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So we do want them to build this sooner rather than later, though, because that way we can demolish this. And probably also take out these two as soon as we have the water to do it. Actually, I'm probably going to lose these logs now I'm thinking about it, because they're not going to be able to get to that. It's fine. I have 500 logs. I have plenty of logs. It's not the end of the... Oh, actually, they picked up 30 of them, so that's not bad. But yeah, we'll blow these up, and this will be a 3x4 instead of a 3x3 area, which does lose me a little bit more water, but it should be fine. Fingers crossed. We're about 3/4 of the way done with this drought, and while we still have plenty of water in our tank, I'm kind of realizing that I need to get this done a little bit faster than I thought I did, because I have a gaping hole right here that they really need to work on that, so I'm going to adjust my priorities here to hopefully get the power line hooked up again, and and our irrigation tower solid again. So yeah, I'd really like them to do all this stuff sooner rather than later. Thank you! Well, we cut it a bit close, but it looks like with 5 days to spare, we will get our power line online. There it is. And now our aquifer drill is not running, but will be able to run when such time. And we technically got this walled off mostly. The water is going to pour out this way, as it has been doing, so that'll be fine. And we clearly have plenty of water to survive another drought if we had to, even without getting all of this online as I was hoping this drought, but that's okay. We spent our time doing other things. This is pretty much almost done. I just wanted to get this done before, but in general, yeah, I think, yeah, looks like if I just tell them to, hey guys, can you like make this solid? I'd have to hook the power lines up. So I think this is gonna have to wait for one more drought. Hopefully, we should have enough water to survive one more drought before we get these online. And now the wet season is here. Looks like we ended up with 5 tiles of water remaining in our tank. So plenty. Let's remember to turn on. Oh, okay, good. Number cruncher's off. So now we should be able to fill up our tank pretty nicely. But like I said, the next drought's 100 days and change. What? Stranded? What? No, why do I have a stranded beaver? What? Why? How? Who? How? What? Why? How? Oh, they've been building this from the underside instead of building the staircase for them. Come on, guys, really? You're lucky. You're lucky I bothered to check on you. It's fine. Let's see. We wanted just triple platform. I think that was. Yeah. So now they can build this first. That you can build from above and not get trapped. Morons like you. You're about to get trapped. Stop that. Whatever, they're idiots. It's fine. I'm watching them. But the wet season is here once again. Our tank is filling up once again. That means I need to adjust these eventually. But yep, we're doing fine. I guess I can finish this off. Or no, I just build that instead of being idiots over here. Because I would like that for the next drought. And building this bad water discharge has caused, it's always lovely seeing this flooding, and it's always just a little bit worrying, but anyway, building this bad water discharge has sort of negatively impacted our scrap reserves, although I sort of realized that, hey, you know, this is really quite close. All I need to do to get up here is, you know, throw in a few platforms here. And there we are, right? And honestly, this is so far away, it would probably wise to maybe, I don't know, build a second district over here in order to get access to this. And maybe if I was going to build a second district, maybe I have one for the engines here, right? So I have the engines and the scrap metal in a separate district, and then we just ship in food and water from elsewhere. Maybe. But for now, I think I'm just going to say, hey, I want to be really lazy about this, and we're going to go right there and right there, and we're going to swap you over to logs. Well, maybe we're not going to swap you over to logs. You're too... Maybe we'll swap you over to logs, and then we'll probably just hook up a gravity battery up here. Again, we're being, like, hyper lazy about that. That's not where I... Thank you, game. And the idea is once again, we're going to hook this up to power lines, and we'll let them run these from over here, and we'll use the gravity battery with some automation. Where's my power meter? Here he is. And we're gonna say, hey, we're gonna hook these up, or hook these up to power meter 1, I guess. And when I should actually probably do an SR latch too on this. I'll do a little bit of logic off camera, and maybe I'll get this power line all set up. And well, we have a drought coming. I just finished laying this out. A little bit of scaffolding to get over there, but this could probably be done better. But from my perspective, I probably want to move all my steam engines over to somewhere over here eventually. I don't know, power my giant mechanical fluid pump stack of doom. So this is sort of temporary. And there is nothing more permanent than a temporary fix, of course. So this is where the plan is. I pause this so that they can get over here. But hopefully by the end of the next drought, we will have all of this in. And this next drought is exciting because it's going to be my first drought that's ever been over 100 days. Let's see, how are we doing on the water tank here? We are still not, even though we did pause the number cruncher this time, we're still not full on the water. Again, that's worrying, but we have 2 days left. I think we'll probably just barely fill up the water tank all the way. Of course, I still have plenty. Remember, I ended the last drought with 5 tiles of water in here, so I'm not filling this up with 5 tiles of water, even with all of my power properly being diverted to my aquifer drill. So, woo, yeah. So this is definitely like the last drought we're gonna be able to survive with our current water production. So it's very, very, very good that we're getting this online, and they're doing a good job getting the roof on this one built. So that's awesome. So yeah, let's just see how long this next drought's actually gonna end up being, huh? Okay, and with a 13-day, I guess 13 days is the shortest amount of drought, or shortest wet season that we can get. We did manage to just barely fill up our water tank, which is awesome. And here we go. How long is it gonna be? 103 days. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. 103 days. We also, we're done with our bad water discharge, so I could probably hook up some power wheels over here if I really wanted to, right? No, not those. These. You have to somewhere over here. I could hook up power wheels. That might not be. I have to be careful because I don't want to break my no perpetual motion machine rule, and infinite bad water does kind of feel a little bit perpetual motiony. So I'm not sure if I should build out water wheels out here when I clearly could. I might make a rule like the water must drop 1 level per power wheel or something. That way it would be impossible to make a perpetual motion machine with it, right? That might be our little rule there. But for now, we have a drought to go through, and this time for real, let's get our tank done and our brand new extra water supply is online this drought. For sure, definitely. Oh, you guys need to turn on. We're a quarter way through our 100-day drought, and I've sort of realized we're low on logs, and part of the reason we're low on logs is because our forester has been, his pathing has been kind of messed up by this shenanigans. So we're probably, if we move this farmhouse back a tile, then you can come out this way, and I think that'll sort of help solve that problem. So let's go ahead and demolish another farmhouse, because that's what we like doing, I guess. Other than that, it's getting built pretty slowly. This is almost done over here. It looks like they got the impermeable floors on, which is awesome. So we're making a lot of progress. We've even started on some of these gravity batteries. I did finish up this automation so that these will only turn on when this memory thing says, hey, my power is low. And you're going to stay on until we say the power is high. And honestly, you could probably be a little bit higher. Like, there's no reason to, yeah, sure. I want to fill it all the way up. I don't, but just because, but yeah, so we're doing fine through this drought so far. And yeah, that did it. Our forester is much happier now and can finally get our logs back online. Well, we're well past the halfway point on the drought. Still have lots of water remaining. Our tank is almost done. This right here, I was thinking, initially I was thinking floodgates. But floodgates has a problem of I can't path over the floodgate very easily, at least. So I could just use a fill valve. But eventually we want this fill valve going this way. Because eventually this water isn't going to go straight into this tank. We want this water to go over here to our distribution center, where it then goes to the appropriate tank that we want it to go to. But that's not a problem for now. Right now we'll just leave it so that the water can dribble over all of my beavers building my giant Tower of Doom during the wet seasons, I guess. Other than that, we are again getting our power lines set in here. This is less important than this, so they've been kind of just working on it as they have time. But yeah, we're gonna see. We still should have plenty of water here. I've noticed that my irrigation tower is sort of lacking in water because, again, I did kind of break the irrigation tower here with this, but it's probably fine because I have all this water. And next wet season we'll blow this, and we'll just have the full 3x4 area being our irrigation tower for the moment. But eventually we don't really want to rely on this. We want to rely on something down here. But that's a long way off, so it's important to keep this functional for at least a little while longer. And with plenty of time to spare, we're getting in the last little bit of our, for now, except for our overflows, which for now we can just throw in dams. Why not? Why not? But our tank is done. Our system over here is done. Which means it's time to end the episode. I'm just kidding. You want to see it work, right? So again, here's the plan. When the wet season comes, these will turn on using water? Wait, since when? Steam? Okay. That's how much water? How much water do you use? How much water do you use? How much water do you use? How much? 0.3 per hour. Okay, that's not horrible during the wet season, but like to power my pump stack here, I was planning on using umpteen engines, and that's just not going to work anymore. 0.3 water per hour. That's 20. That's more than 3 beavers per day. Each engine, and just powering a 1/4 of my stack is going to take 7 engines. That's 21 beavers worth of water. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to use engines. I'm going to have to find some other way to power. I guess I got to revert to water wheels, or I think there's only like 2 other geothermals on the map, so that's not going to cut it. I can probably store up some power, but wow. Steam engines, it makes sense that steam engines require water. It's just, for so long they didn't. I'm just used to them not requiring power, or water. Well, we'll, might need to do a little rethinking about that, but for now, let's skip to the wet season. Let's see if this actually works as it is, at least right now. Well, okay, final day of the drought. We've been making good progress on our central water tower, since I haven't really told them to do much else. We have, though, lost some green area over here, and that's because this water was making this area green, and our water is getting actually really quite low. We're down to 2 tiles, or is that 3 tiles? It's very low, but we're about to hit the wet season here, and hopefully we should see these turn on. Can actually just go all the way down to the bottom here. Let's see if this works as we want it to work. So here's our aquifers. They are spinning. They are making water. The water is traveling along our path. Slowly. Now more quickly. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now I'm not sure, again, I'm not sure how much water. Oh boy, oh boy. Pause, panic, pause. I've just realized. I didn't close this off. Let's see if we can solve this like super fast. Levy. Now, please. We might have made a giant mess for ourselves here. Let's see, because that is, yep, indeed, that's flooding our staircase, which means water is now coming up over here where we don't really want it. Okay. Pause. You guys are already paused. Let's, look, okay. Let's, okay. Pause. Yep. Okay, whoopsie daisies. Yeah, oh, it looks like it, luckily it's just gonna flood out that way. Okay, did we get the, levees in? One levee's in. Is the other levee in? No. Alright, come on guys. Get this built. Get this built, please. It's nighttime. I guess I could have made them work through the night, but, it's okay. It's okay. We're okay. They're gonna build this. Alright, come on. Okay, it's built. Okay, let's pause again. Let's go down. Let's say, hey. Unpause. Okay. Now we should have lots of water coming up here. And it should be coming straight up here. And it's coming out this dam. Awesome. I think. Hopefully that... It should be working now. It should be working. I think it's working. I don't have a good way to tell if it's working. You know what I could do is if I say, hey, let's blow you up, and instead put a it's under decorations. I keep forgetting a stream gauge here. If this measures a stream gauge of 3, that means we know that we're getting 3 units of water through here. Which would be great to know. I'd really like to know that. If we could know that, that'd be. So, are you guys working? You're activated. You're prioritized by haulers, and you've hit the. Anyone want to power up my steam engines? Maybe I need more dedicated haulers here. Or for now, let's say this never really worked as well as I would have liked it to. Okay. Okay. 1 steam engine is going. So this should now read it's currently reading 0.8 meters per second. That's not the number that I'm hoping to read. Okay, let's turn you off. And now we're up to 1. 1 is better. But that just means that's just you. Oh, now we're at 2.2, 2.2, 2.6, 2.6, 2.8! Yes! 2.8 is not 3, but maybe we're losing some to the evaporation in the tunnel. But 2.8 is pretty good. Okay. Okay. So it works. It does. It does. It does. It works. It works. It works. It works. 2.9. 2.9. Fantastic. 3. No, the full 3. The full 3. Okay. So we got our power system online. Our steam engines are running. They're using water, which is fine, at least during the wet season. But yes, it works. We're filling up our tank faster than 3.1. That shouldn't be possible. How? Okay, maybe it's just I don't. It's simulation things. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, now we're down to 2.9. So it's I guess there's a little bit of variance here. It's fine. It's fine. But we're filling up our tank super fast, which is super awesome. And they're building our tower here, which is also great. So with that, I'm very happy with this episode. We'll go ahead and call it here. I do need to figure out. I'm gonna have to redo this because this is fine for these just running the aquifers, but this is not gonna be fine for running our giant tower here. So I got to figure out something for that. But for now, we'll call the episode here, and I will see you all in the next one.